Hi, I'm Sandy Sandler, the creator of the Bodabra, and tonight I'm going to introduce Joette Lutrick, and Joe's with me. She's going to make a wreath, and I'm going to start with a couple of small bows, and then get started with um, Joette making her wreath, and then I'm going to make another bow, and if we have time, I'll actually make a second wreath. So I'm so excited, and I will get started now by making a little boutique hair bow. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my Bodabra bow wire. I'm going to cut a piece. Now I have my uh, tool and ruler on here so I can measure the end of my hair bow, make sure that they're the correct length. So the first thing I'm going to do is I've got this little piece that is a tail. I'm going to fold it in half so I have the same amount on each side, and we'll just scrunch that down into my mini Bodabra. You can see I do the little mountain in the middle there. So it's just like a little mountain between, and so you have the two valleys on either side. Then what I'm going to do is take my next piece of ribbon and I'm going to fold it in half and take the right side of the ribbon and scrunch that down in there. Then I'm going to fold this over so the right side of my ribbon is on the outside of my loop. Take this, and we can call it the right side of the ribbon or the pretty side of the ribbon. Bring this back up here, and I'm going to fold this over. Now I'm going to take again the right side of the ribbon, and I'm going to do my little mountain in the middle again and scrunch that down. Then I'm going to take my bottom loop and make sure that I've got this right at about 4.5 centimeters. Then we'll go to the center there, and it's 4.5 centimeters on this side. Pull that down there. And I'm going to take my cute little corker ribbon, just lay that down in here. Bring this here. And I can take my mini wand and give everything a good scrunch. So you can see how super simple it is to make a hair bow using the mini Bodabra. I'll pull this here, pull everything tight while it's still in my mini, pull it out. I'm going to separate the ends and bring it around to the back. And I can either tie this onto a ponytail holder. Let me grab one that I have over here. Or you could tie it onto a clip. So we'll pull this through. Hi, Edna. Hi, Myrtle from Indiana, and Joanne Tromley. And we've got, well, we have Joe, of course, and we have Pamela Snyder from Orlando, Florida. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and Karen Stone. I'm just going to tie a knot here, and let's double knot it and clip my wire. And again, it would be really easy to just tie or hot glue a hair clip onto here as well. I just happened to forget to put my hair clip in there. So now what I'm going to do is take my tail and bring that around. And we're just going to shape this out. And isn't that like so cute and so super, super simple to make? So I'm going to now get started on another bow that's again just a basic style bow. The only thing I'm doing different with this bow that I'm going to make now is I'm going to use two tails instead of one. And this is a great kind of bow to use on a wreath or a swag or a centerpiece. So we'll fold this down here. And thank you, Joanne and Edna. And we have, I got to bring this closer to me, Jerry from Texas. So I'm going to grab, I've already dovetailed the ends on these, and I'm going to just take this, fold it in half, go to the center, and just scrunch that into my Bodabra. And I'll kind of shape this as I'm going. So I'm going to put my tails in two different directions. And then what I'm going to do is take my, my wire is coming up here. I'm just going to take my ribbon, and I think this ribbon is so pretty. It's just a really elegant rose ribbon. And we have Jackie from Ohio, too. Oh, cool. whoops, bring that in there and twist it. And we're just going to fold and twist. And again, I can just take my loops up here and make sure they're the same. And I'm going to just fold and twist. And once you've made one loop, it's really easy to measure as you're going. And twist this. And this is just a very basic, simple bow. And we'll bring this back here. And now what I'm going to do is just take my one. And this was just a scrap piece of ribbon that I had that I wanted to use up. So we'll pull that tight while it's still. So the length might not have been exactly what I wanted, but you can keep going if you want to make a bigger bow. And we'll pull this through here and just tie it off. And now I'm going to just shape my bow. And I have my little loop in the center. And bring these here. Bring this around here. And super simple. Bring my tails up here. And you have a bow that would actually look very pretty in a centerpiece with flowers, or and on a wreath. You could put it on the wreath going this way. So it's really a super easy bow to make. And now what we're going to do is we're going to head to Joette and we're going to let her show us her wreath design. Joette, you can take it away.
Well, hello everybody. I'm Joette and I have a really good tip from the florist for you today. I'm going to be using some Walmart flowers instead of Dollar Tree this time. I upgraded a little bit. I'm going to place my Bodabra bow wire down in the Bodabra, and I'm going to start out with some fern. This is plastic fern that's really inexpensive at Walmart. I'm going to fold it in half and place it down in the Bodabra, split like this. So there's a little bit on both sides and I don't have to use two bunches. Next, this is considered greenery at Walmart. It's got some little yellow tips on it. I'm going to split it up again, just as I did the fern. Place it down in the Bodabra. You can go ahead and spread it out a little bit if you want, just to see where you want to place everything else, which is our ribbon next. I'm going to use about 24 inches of pre-dovetailed lemon bloom ribbon. I think that's what it's called. It's on bodabra.com. And I'm going to do a fold and twist bow. Got about 2.5 yards of this. And I'm going to place the first piece down with about a 1-inch overhang. And I'm going to be making, I think, about 4.5-inch loops. That's what it is. And I'm going to twist and fold. Twist and fold. It's going to have about 4 loops, I believe. I'm going to show you a unique way to add that little
Hi,
button
Holidays. Thank you
center.
so much for joining us. And Edna says hi, and Joanne says hi. And Edna says,
Hi,
sorry for
everybody.
misspelling your name.
Oh, I've got 6 loops total, 3 on each side. Now I've got this piece that's dovetailed at one end already, but I'm going to use this to use it for a longer tail, but I'm also going to make my floral loop. So I'm just going to do about 1 or 2 inches in there, and that gives me a longer tail. So now I have 3 tails. I have these little lemon picks that also came from Walmart. You know what? In case you do this, I want to put them in the bow. You can just work them right through the loops. They're going to show this way. I don't want to hide them, and it's going to hide the stems. All right, so this is what we have so far. And I'm going to use my Bodabra bow wire, get that loop, and pull these loose ends through. Pull it nice and tight while it's still down in the Bodabra. Remove it.
We
Keep
have
pulling it tight.
Elizabeth from Tennessee says hi, and Lisa Claypool says hi. So thank you guys.
Hey,
And
Lisa and
Holidays
Elizabeth.
says happy to be here. So thank you everybody for joining us.
Hi, Cindy. It's good to see you. All right, this is the key to not having to use hot glue. You want to make sure there's no slack whatsoever in your Bodabra bow wire. When you pull it from behind, you can keep pulling up on it and it's going to remove that slack. And then just go ahead and tie it in a knot 2 to 3 times. And this is what we have. Now this could be a swag already, or we can place it on the wreath. So I'm going to grab this, looks like a 14-inch oval wreath, grapevine wreath. I'm going to use these wires from behind, and I'm just going to tie it to the side. I'm going to fluff it when I get it on the wreath. I'll save the time because I'm going to mess it up anyway. So if I have the wire long enough, I'll go all the way around to the front, but I didn't make it, I don't think I made it long enough, so I'm just going to tie it off in the back this time. But normally I would go around to the front and tie it back into the bow. All right, so now we're just going to fluff out our greenery. I like to start from the bottom since I built it from the bottom up. And I've got loops I want to straighten out as I go. And I've got these lemons. I want to make sure the billy balls and the lemons all show. That's what these are called, billy balls. All right, I'm going to pull my tails and everything where I want it to hang. I want some of this going this way. So you got your opportunity to manipulate shape. Just pull everything how you feel happy with it. I want this tail underneath, so I'm going to put it here. And my last lemon over here, I don't want to hide it, so I'm going to bend it up where it shows. And once you fluff and straighten it, you pretty much have just made a beautiful grapevine wreath in no time at all. And I did not use any hot glue. Let me do a little more touching up, and I'm going to give you a look. I want to cross the tail over.
That's very
And
similar. It's funny, we both picked very similar colors for our wreath today.
we always do. We never rehearse this. We just do it, and it seems like we always end up. Well, I don't have my bow very straight right now, but once you fluff on it, and you can get it how you like it, and you have this beautiful wreath in no time at all. No hot glue necessary. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see.
And probably pull it down
There
a
we
little
are.
bit,
And
bring it forward. There you go. That's perfect.
okay, like that.
Oh, there
That's
you go. That's great. Now we
it's
can
not
see it.
it's not perfect. Yeah, it's not perfectly fluffed out, but the pictures will show up later, and you'll be able to see how it turned out.
Edna,
And
she got
that's
the
what I
towel
had for you.
hooks for the graves from Amazon. They're just a waterproof
Yay!
stainless steel.
Yes. Oh, I thought you said Edna got them, but that's where I got them.
Yeah.
I sure did.
So, no, it's so pretty. And Teresa says
Thank
it's
you.
very pretty. And Joanne says they always come out beautiful. And and Lisa says she'd love to win. And Edna said thank you to me. So anyway, we'll leave
Yeah.
Joette and come back over to me. Joette, thank you so much. That's such a pretty wreath.
Thank
And now I'm going to
thank you,
make a wreath.
everybody.
So I'm going to grab my Bow Dabra bow wire, and I'm going to make a piece long enough that I can fold it in half, and we'll be able to wrap it around my wreath form. And I'm going to just lay this down in here. And I have my pretty yellow flowers, and we're just going to lay those in here. And then I have some more of these, and I'm going to put those laying in here. And all I'm doing here, it just saves from having to cut the flowers. It also is kind of cheating because you can reuse your florals in another bow, in another wreath at another time if you don't cut them. And now I'm going to lay that down in there. Then I have, I'm going to make sure I'm going to lay my tail here, and I'm actually going to dovetail the ends. So we'll dovetail that and cut this one here so it's dovetailed. And then what I'm going to do is take my ribbon here, and we're just going to make a fold and twist bow. So we're just going to fold and twist and fold and twist. And I'll just kind of do this until I get to the end of my roll that I have here. We'll just fold it. It's super simple. And then after this one, after I finish this wreath, then I'm going to also show you how to make, and then I'm just going to do my little center here. I'm going to also show you how to make a several ribbon bow. So we'll just fix this up here. And I'm going to now grab my wire and pull this up through my slip knot. Again, I'm going to pull it really tight while it's still in the bow dabra. And I'm going to separate the ends and bring it around to the back. And again, I'm going to tie it really tight and tie a knot. And now I'm going to kind of shape out my bow. I'm going to take my center loop, bring that here, and shape out. And I love this lily ribbon, and it matches with the flowers. So I thought it was really pretty for this wreath that we're going to make. And bring down my tails. And then I have a wreath that I covered with our lime burlap. And I'm just going to tie this onto, and I can go to the back, and we'll just tie this on tight and tie a knot and bring this here. You can see what I'm doing. I'm going to just double knot it and clip the ends. So this is just a really, really simple, but yet really pretty way to make a wreath without having to use glue or bring these flowers up here. And it's all done in one step in your bow dabra. So it's super, super simple. Bring the tails down this way and this way. And now you have like a wreath that we literally made in minutes, like probably less than 5 minutes to make a wreath. So it's super, super simple, yet really pretty. So now I'm going to take this and put this aside. And oh my gosh, thank you for all the love. I just love that. And now I'm going to make, we're going so fast on this video. I can't even believe it. So now what I've done is I've taken 2 different ribbons that we have, and I cut these in a diagonal rather than dovetailing them. And I'm just going to put these down into my bow dabra. And I'll take this one, lay that down into my bow dabra. And now I'm going to start where I have the 2 ribbons together. And we're just going to twist. And we're going to fold it back over. And hi, Elizabeth and Jerry, thank you. I'm having trouble reading this today. And bring this back over here and twist. So all we're doing here is folding and twist, and it doesn't really matter which ribbon you have on top because once we shape it out, both beautiful ribbons are going to show. So we're going to just fold this back over. And what's cool about this kind of bow is you can use any kind of ribbon, and you can use different widths as well. So now I'm going to just take my my green gingham, which matches. We're just going to twist it, fold it back and forth, and I'm going to make these loops a little bit smaller and just fold. All I'm doing here is folding and twisting. And we'll fold and twist and fold, twist, and just bring this back over here. And then what I can do is take my little, my little flower. I can just put this right in the center. And definitely let me know where you're watching from. All those bad, Jackie Dunn, I'm sorry for sending all those bad things. My iPad is doing something crazy. Uh-oh. And you know what, you guys? I forgot to put the wire in. Nobody reminded me. So I'm just going to take my wire, fold it in half, and I'm going to see if I can just feed it along the bottom here. Have to bring that up. Might not work. So you know what? we're going to get another lesson on this bow. I'm going to make it again. So I'm just going to take my this, put this in, and we're going to take my 2 tails and lay those down in here. And yes, please join our Bodabra fan gallery. We have some wonderful people in, and everybody always has such terrific projects and really talented, and we get really good ideas from everybody who posts in our Bodabra fan gallery. And also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel because we have over 700 videos on YouTube. So you definitely want to go there. All kinds of how-to, everything from wreaths to floral arrangements to, oh my God, so many different projects. And now I'm going to take my green ribbon and we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to fold and twist. And that's a cool thing is that even though I messed up and didn't put the wire in, it doesn't take very long to remake the bow. So you get to see me do it twice. And fold this back over and twist it and lay that down in there. Then I'm going to take my flower and put that in the middle. And now I'll take my wand and give everything a really good push. And bring this up here. And if anybody has any projects that you'd like to see us make in future videos, any kind of bow that you maybe saw made and aren't sure how to make it, then definitely let me know. So we'll separate the end. And I want to thank everybody who has liked and shared. I really appreciate it because that's how we get people to know about Bodabra and all the projects and all the videos that we create. So now what I'm going to do is bring these in opposite directions and take this here and bring this there. So we're just pulling it in opposite directions so that you have both of the ribbons and you can see how pretty all of these ribbons are. We're going to bring our flower to the center and now separate out this because the fluffing is probably the most important part of making a bow. Because that's how you see really the finished product. Because an unfluffed bow won't ever look as pretty as one that's well fluffed. So we want to bring this here. And now you have a really super simple, this would be a great wreath bow or even great for a plaque. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching and sharing. And now I have extra time. I didn't realize I was going to finish this quickly. Amazing. 2 wreaths, 4 bows, and we're not even at a half an hour yet. So now what I'm going to do is actually, this is our scrunchy ribbon. Let me grab it. And I'll show you a really quick little scrunchy bow. And what's cool with a scrunchy bow is you can use tulle, you can use our scrunchy ribbon, and we are giving away to one winner a roll of our Bodabra scrunchy ribbon. You just have to pick the color that you want. And you can make regular bows with the scrunchy ribbon, or you can make scrunchy bows. I'll just scrunch this down and in there. And we have it in gold and silver and red. And people love winning it because it's really a unique ribbon and you can't get it anywhere except for from us. I'm going to pull that out. I'm going to separate the ends and bring it around. And the more ribbon you put into your scrunchy bow, the fuller it's going to be. So a lot of times I'll put, maybe 2 yards of ribbon to give it a really full look. But that's just a little one so you can have an idea of how the scrunchy ribbon works. And then now, I think we're almost ready for our winner. I'll make one more bow in the mini Bodabra. Oh, the winner was just announced. Okay. Who's the winner? Oh, Melissa Smith from Pennsylvania. Congratulations, Melissa. Just PM Bodabra on Facebook and let me know whether you'd like the gold, the silver, or the red Bodabra scrunchie ribbon. And we'll finish this up with, I'm going to use this really pretty, oh, it matches my tablecloth. Really pretty ribbon here. And I'll just dovetail the ends. And this is what I love is that you can use the 1.5-inch ribbon. You can actually use pretty much any width ribbon in your mini. The only thing that you're going to be, the only difference really between the mini and the big one is that you can fit a lot more in the big towers. So all I'm going to do is just fold this back over and twist and fold and twist and fold and twist. And just so you guys know, we always have the replay posted at bodabra.com/blog on Mondays. And let's do 2 more loops going this way. We'll make this kind of a full bow. And now I'm going to do my little center loop. And I'll just scrunch that there or cut that there. And I'm not sure what I did with my mini wand. I think it's hiding, so I'm just going to do this without the wand. Pull this through, pull it tight while it's still in the Bodabra. I'm going to separate the ends and bring it around to the back and just tie a knot. And this is a really pretty, you can add it into your wreaths or on a package, or it would actually make a really pretty hair bow. So we're going to just bring this here, our center loop, and bring this around and just separate. And I'm putting my fingers, this is actually a wired ribbon, which is nice because it's really easy to shape. Just bring this here and shape this one out, and then just bring my 2 tails down. And you have a really super, super simple mini bow. So I want to thank all of you so much for joining us every Monday. Next week, Nick will be doing the Monday, I believe, and it'll be again at 4 p.m. Pacific, 5 Mountain, 6 Central, and 7 Eastern. So make sure that you join us. You can join us on Facebook or on YouTube or even on Twitter. So thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye.